Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Absolution Update Show.
Finally.
I am your community manager and host,
What's up, everybody?
Romanova, and I am joined today by our lovely designers, Nico and Fish. How are y'all today?
I'm doing well.
Oh, Nico, you're muted.
He's doing all right, but quiet.
It's okay. We
Oh,
actually
there we go.
muted
Do you not
him
know he's
because
muted?
we didn't
He
want
doesn't
the
know
bad
he's
puns
muted.
to be there. All right, that's actually what happened there.
He's being punished.
So, yeah, he's being punished right now for the bad puns before they even started, because you know, with that angel halo that he's wearing today, you know there's about to be some unholy,
I don't know about you guys,
some
but I'm
unholy
missing
puns
out on
out
2
there
hours of sleep
But yeah,
for a nap
so,
before I gotta go back to
yeah,
work for
folks,
this.
we hope
So hopefully
that,
this is
you've
insanely
enjoyed
good.
so far.
Otherwise, I'm
We've
gonna be
had a
really
lot
mad.
of
Audible?
teaser campaigns. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm back.
Hey, there we are.
See, this is all an excuse that I could say I was just winging it for this patch note show, or this update note show, and so now we're gonna nail it. Because
Why?
I brought my hammer.
This?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you just fly away, please?
No.
But, anyways, so folks, as you know, we have a lot of content to get through here. As you might have seen on social, we've had a really fun, influencer teaser campaign around everything coming, and it's finally here, and we cannot wait to get in.
Can we
all
just
of
please
this
get
with you.
into this shit?
And
I
we're
know
doing
the
a little
patch
bit of a
notes are
different
already
format
up.
today.
I
Instead
know
of
they're
starting
already
out
up.
with
I
the
haven't looked
hunt,
at them yet.
we are going right into our design and balance section of the show. And with that, we have
I'm gonna
to
take a look
start
at
off
the patch
some
notes.
quality of life changes. And this first one is one that I think is going to be really important to our Latin America region. It's something that's been brought up even by the AOC and other players. So without further ado, I'm going to let Fish get into this for us.
Yeah, we are renaming the
Junk.
server region previously known as
Bunch of
Brazil
junk.
is now, and henceforth, Latin America South to better reflect the entire region of players who are connecting to it.
Yeah, and that's something they definitely were, asking for. So.
Yep. And then we also have a change for trials.
What is that? Oh, it looks like with the end of match lobby?
Exactly. We're going to be showing some of your progress. There's a new tab, and we will have toasts that show you, hey, you've completed this particular challenge, so that there's better flow from playing matches to knowing what you have completed and accomplished in the trials and so forth.
Yeah, I love to see that. I know our UI team
The patch
especially has
notes
been
are
hard
up,
at work
guys.
to
I'm gonna check
make
out the
that.
patch notes really
So,
quick.
shout outs to everyone involved. But without further ado, that's quality of life. Those are some, little bits. And if you look at the update notes, you can just see the full changes here. But we're going to go through all of them. Starting with some items, we're going to start with Haven.
And I'm going to turn this audio down real quick.
Yes, I'll pick up
I'm gonna turn
Haven.
this
It did,
down.
in fact, hurt when I fell from Haven. I had to put that one out there too. All right. Anyway, okay. Actually, the balance note. So Haven first, we are reducing the scaling of Haven from 6, 12, 18 to 5.5, 11, and 16.5%.
Awesome.
Yeah, nerf there.
And then Veteran?
We have a change to Veteran
They're
as well.
nerfing Haven. Okay.
We're reducing the cost from 250 scaling up to 750 down to 200 scaling up to 600.
Veteran?
So a little bit easier to fit.
They're
into the
nerfing
build.
Veteran?
We'll
Who
make it
buys
more
Veteran?
choice between
Nobody
those two.
even buys it still.
Excellent. And it looks like those are our item changes for this patch, folks.
What's
so
up,
we're
bro?
gonna go right into our explosive guy himself, Bomb King. Kevin, why don't you take us through some of the changes coming with Bomb King?
Yeah, not too drastic explosive a change, but we are buffing the explosion, the size of the explosion, from 11 units to 12.5 units on his detonate, which is the sticky bomb explosion.
Excellent.
He was, he's definitely.
I can tell you
performing
guys right
especially
now,
at
we're
high
getting
levels.
another fucking Tyra
But
skin.
we just wanted
Another
to
Tyra
make
skin.
it a little bit more confirmable.
Spoiler
overall,
alert.
For the sticky bomb.
Sounds good. Sounds like some Bomb King fans out there are going to be pretty happy this update. And our next, we got Fernando. I know Fernando started out pretty strong was it the last update or was it the one before that?
Yep.
We gave him some buffs. So Fish,
Yeah,
guide us through
feel.
these changes.
Sure. So this is actually a clarification. We were getting involved players letting us know that we had a loadout that had a card that didn't benefit it, and the issue there was actually that we hadn't specified how it benefits. Towering
Some
Barrier has,
random
and will continue
buffs,
to increase
whatever.
the speed at which the shield regenerates. But now the card will reflect that, so players will see, this is why it's in the loadout. This is how it's benefiting me. And
Oh, what did they do, guys? They locked the Yagarot skin behind the chest.
I think it's
I
only
told
fitting
you,
that Grok
they're gonna
gets
lock
to,
the Yagarot skin
be
behind the
taken,
chest. What did they
off
do?
here
They
by
did that.
Kevin, I know you kind of pushed way for a lot of Grok buffs a little bit ago, so Nico, tell us about what's going on with Grok. Looks like a little bit of a buff here.
I like the orc. That is true, but a lot of people have consistently given feedback that healing Grok is just not rocking it for him. So we are increasing Spirit's Domain healing from 700 to 750.
Finally, some
we'll
Grok
be keeping
buffs.
an eye on that as well on PTS, whether or not we need a little bit more, a little bit less. And then healing Spirit's Domain also now increases your maximum ammo capacity by 15% at base with the talent. So more healing per second and more healing.
He's still going to be really bad. I don't see him
ammo
being good with
capacity.
this. I really don't. It's
Healing
not
Grok
enough to make
feels
him
a little
good.
bit more impactful.
It rocks. Grok rock.
It rocks now. Well, even more.
Rock and roll.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go. Yeah.
And of course, they locked the Salt Isle behind a fucking chest. Scummy high res. So fucking scummy.
She's been a subject.
The two skins everybody wants, and they're locked behind a chest.
Some saying she's fine. Some saying, Alacrity. She's very strong. Let's go through some of these changes because I'm sure
Leon nerfs, y'all. I told you. I told you guys, Leon nerfs.
There's going to be some that maybe think it's a little too much too soon, but we'll see. We'll let the verdict be after we explain this. But Fish, guide us through this.
Yeah, so Leon, regardless of stats, is clearly a point of frustration with the community. The idea being that she's able to be very effective with less effort than a lot of other champions. So we've reduced the range on Valor and Grace. We've also hit her cards, Inheritance and Swift Jade, that interact with this no aim playstyle. So we're not taking away the option of leaning into that, but we are reducing its effectiveness. If that's the style you lean into, it won't be as competitive as leaning into other parts of her kit, and hopefully reducing frustration. There's some discussion about whether this is too much too soon or if how okay she was previously. We will keep an eye throughout PTS and after and make sure we find a good spot for her.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is legit nerfing her into the fucking ground. We are witnessing Leon being nerfed and fucking killed right now, guys.
Some bunny, Ray next. Looks like she's getting some nerfs, but so far I've heard a lot of people saying she's kind of like the strongest healer or like one of the stronger people in the game. Very well-rounded champion. So Nico, what's going on with Ray?
Yeah, for sure. Happy to hop on this one. So Ray, I'm just gonna.
Why are we nerfing Ray?
By the way, so
why are we nerfing her? This is fucking dumb.
Ray is interesting because I hear a lot of different things from different people. There are some people who feel she's underperforming. Some people feel she has particular niche spots where she's very powerful. Statistically, we see that she is performing. So these are a number of changes meant to bring her down a little bit. Quality of life change for chain heal. A change for chain heal. We now prioritize targets based on the target's percentage of maximum health rather than flat health values. So your tanks at 30% who happen to have more health than your squishies who are technically, percentage-wise less healthy, now get those extra bounces rather than the squishies.
They're nerfing her cards? Are you serious?
Ultimate, we are reducing the healing done.
Is this something from the AOC? This is the only thing the AOC would be able to suggest to them because they're that fucking stupid. They gotta be this fucking stupid to reduce this.
HP. Still impactful. It's not quite the, oh my gosh, the entire health bar is back up. And then for her cards, we have Refreshing Break, which is the one that grants ultimate charge to each player hit by chain heal. We're reducing the scaling on that. And then actually something
Why
I
are we
noticed
nerfing Ray?
the other day
I don't understand.
this balance change.
Why does she even need
we want to make it
nerfs?
clear that
She's not even good to begin with. Like, why are we nerfing her, and what really provides enough support and like data
and we were
justifying a nerf for her? It makes no sense.
Talk about this card and its particular niche strength as kind of that alt battery thing. So while the patch notes do say, I believe right now 0.4 to 0.35, I believe the value was actually 0.3 originally, and we're bringing it down to either 0.2 or 0.25%. But obviously that's something we keep an eye on. 0.2, I believe. Keep an eye on during PTS. Give us feedback on the new refreshing break if it still feels as impactful as it did before. We need to hammer it some more. Midnight Stroll is our other card.
Nah, bro, you shouldn't have hammered it to begin with. You shouldn't have touched it to begin with.
5% scaling. We're bringing
it didn't need a nerf to start with.
4%. There were certain loadouts and certain instances in which Ray could 1v1 almost any champion, and some of what we're doing is hoping to address that and other frustration points.
Okay, well, you know, again, PTS is very important, folks, so if you have the opportunity...
And they say that they'll change it during the PTS. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. They say that every single patch, and then once the PTS hits, and then everybody complains, they never listen. It'll go right to the live patch.
We got Shaolin. Fish, why don't you go through here? Looks like change to Rapid Shot.
That's right. Yeah, so Shaolin wasn't performing super well, and players knew it. Like his pick rate is just very low. So we wanted to give him a little bit of love, and we decided that making the movement speed penalty on Rapid Shot match the weapon fire would help out there, and then a little bit of extra damage.
He has an unbelievably low pick rate. Well, I wonder why. I wonder why he has an unbelievably low pick rate. This ain't gonna fix him, I can tell you that. This ain't gonna make him any better, especially on console.
Maybe get a little love, so... Good to see that for Shaolin. And ending here, appropriately, with another Nico character here, is Vatu. Why don't you guide
random
us
Vatu nerfs?
Like
yes.
This has to be for PC. This is for PC.
Like Dark Shadow Child. So, Vatu is another one, like Ray, that has mixed opinions for different players. Some players find that he can be extremely overwhelming to play against, and some players find he can be extremely overwhelming to play. Right now, our stats are showing that he is pretty high up on both pick ban and pretty performing.
On what though? Is he high up on the pick ban rate for PC, or is he high on the pick ban rate for console? Because I can tell you right now, not on console, he is not. I don't see him ever on console.
Kunai, damage per kunai down from 300 to 280, and we are bringing the benefit of the cooldown benefit of enveloping shadows down from 12% to 10% per hit, and we'll see where he lands from there.
They're nerfing enveloping shadows again.
As if
I'm telling you guys, like I said it like 3 months ago, right after he got released. Like play him right when right after he got released, because they're eventually gonna nerf him into the ground, and they're nerfing him into the ground already for no reason.
Is a really great tool. There's a PTS feedback section there just for you to use. So if you're not already a member there, make sure you join Paladins .gg/ Paladins, or no.
Correct yet again.
/Paladins game. Wow, getting mixed up here.
There we go.
Because I'm so excited. Okay, the excitement's real. That's what's mixing me up here. Is we're about to go into our next event pass, and if you didn't know, it was
oh man, I can't wait to see another Tyra skin. Another Tyra skin, guys.
Not just me.
Another one.
Yeah, not just fish. Actual fish. We're serving fish.
And they threw us a bone. They gave us a Cassie emote.
So Dark Depths
wow.
is the name of this, and our first
instead of giving Cassie a skin, they gave us a fucking Cassie emote just to tease us and say pretty much a big FU to the players.
You normally get, as well as a 50% experience and gold boost. But on top of that, you do get your level 6 unlock, which is going to be, if you didn't know from the teasers, Marauder Tyra. So I think a lot of people, and you guys can...
Wow, here we go, guys. Another Tyra skin. I don't care. I just don't care.
Like Tyra as a pirate.
It looks cool, but I just don't care. I'm sick of Tyra skins. I am fed up with Tyra skins.
Davy Jones, locker kind of.
This should have been Cassie. This should have been Cassie.
Different way that we've never really seen Tyra before.
Definitely some merfolk vibes going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like, what is this supposed to even be?
I believe
it looks really weird.
Got to do the voice
it makes no sense, especially for Tyra.
For this.
I feel like they just gave Tyra a skin because they just wanted to give her a skin. So this makes no sense for her. It really doesn't. Like, it looks really off with being with Tyra.
Well done.
You can't tell me this would have been a different, like, a good themed skin for somebody else that has had a skin in 20 years.
Gosh.
What a crap.
No.
I know.
It's so cute.
I don't think I'm running any other death stamp, by the way.
I mean, at this point, yeah, bro, another Maeve skin probably would have been better than this. This skin doesn't look too good on Tyra.
Fire going on, and it looks like we
this,
are going
however,
right
this looks
into
great.
Our level 12
this looks great.
there, which is Sea Queen Sati. Yeah, so Miss Sati had her debut last update for the trick shot update, and you know, seemed a lot of love was there. So this is going to be her first.
This looks great though. This skin looks great.
Definitely giving Queen vibes.
Nah, bro, the update is not out. There's gonna be a PTS and it's gonna be out mid-December.
What do you folks think about this design, Nico Fish?
Quite the Sati Sea Dog is our queen here.
I just was hoping. I don't know actually if we manage to get this in, but if when she uses her decoy, can she say something like, "Now you see me, now you don't"? I just feel like that would be really appropriate here.
I get it. I get it. I face palmed a little bit, but you know.
Less voice packs for Kevin.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Don't take them away.
Less voice packs for Nico here in the future, just to avoid face palming in Paladins. But yeah, we're gonna shortly here, folks, get into game. Oh, and looks like we are here. And her, you know,
I mean, this here, now this is what we expect with a battle pass. This is the skins we want, not a Tyra skin that doesn't even fit her. This looks perfect for Sati. Gosh, that looks great.
Beautiful, fitting.
Best skin of the entire event pass is this.
Royal vibes, like the gold just looks amazing on it.
Best skin. Look at the gun. That looks great. That looks gorgeous.
Show off maybe a voice line too when we get a chance.
I'm not mad about this. Like, this looks fucking great. Especially for a first Sati skin. Like, look at this.
Nice.
What a good skin to give her as her first skin.
I'm not hearing those, but I'm sure we'll get them. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, I think the volume's just a little low. There we go. Production heard our cries. Oh, there's the decoy. Ooh. I like the wave bat.
The decoy could have used some changing. I don't think it's even changed. Here. It looks like the same thing. Did the decoy even change? I don't know. Looks like the same thing as the base skin, but apart from that, the skin's great.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
All looks great.
I like the wavy water effects in there as well. So, yeah, and if you didn't know, we usually do, you know, different variants of these skins as you unlock more in your event pass. With
Tyra recolor,
18 unlock, which is Royal,
a skin that she shouldn't even have to begin with, let alone why she even has it to start with. It doesn't look good on her at all. It looks really weird.
Colors on this skin, and
shouldn't even be in the fucking event pass. She shouldn't have a skin.
Certain color scheme for
like this would have been like a good theme for like a Pip skin or even like Cassie. I think Cassie would have looked way better with this type of theme.
For the end of this event,
instead we're getting a fucking Cassie emote,
unlock, which is Crimson Tide.
This one looks great though. The recolor looks really gorgeous. This looks gorgeous.
It doesn't have the same gold elements, but that chrome, it's like kind of like a really shiny chrome kind of steel.
What a good skin to give Sati a brand new skin as her first skin. They knocked it out of the park with their first skin. That's so far probably the best skin we've seen. We haven't seen the Yagarot or the Salt Isle yet, but this is probably the best one so far. Gorgeous looking skin.
Dark hair, I don't know. I just
like this Sati skin is just worth the entire event pass anyways by itself. It's that good.
Oh,
Like, screw the
absolutely.
Tyra skin. If you want to buy the event pass just for this salty skin like me, it's going to be worth
that being
400.
said, though, I think we're
Like, for
going to go
both
into one of
recolors
our
and all
fresh
the other
chest
junk they give you.
skins / direct purchase
Just for this
skins
skin alone.
coming up here, which a lot of you have been asking for a Yagarot skin, and she is getting some love coming up with
Yagarot Skin.
Yagarot.
Hello,
Definitely
thalassophobia, my old friend.
Yeah, definitely don't want to, run into this when you're out at the beach in the
Locked
ocean.
behind a chest, y'all. Locked behind a 400 crystal chest roll with a bunch of other junky skins.
This will be available again for direct purchase, and there's going to be a new chest called Volcanic Islands, and this will be available on November 10th.
As I predicted, as the data mine said that was updated on Saturday, they were right.
It's big. Leviathan indeed. This is scary.
I think they missed a really big opportunity on, like, anglerfish. Anglerfish Yagarot, I think, would have been better. Not like a sea serpent or like a Loch Ness monster, like what this is. I think anglerfish Yagarot would have been really cool.
I was wondering what we were going to do with some of her first.
Somebody brought that up on one of our streams. I've been thinking about that the entire time, hoping they did that, and they just never did. Instead, if we got Loch Ness monster Yagarot, whatever.
I'm loving it.
I'm not going to be buying it. I don't play enough Yagarot to sit and dump a bunch of crystals into this skin. I'm sorry.
What are you going to do, right? Except just bask in the glory of this skin.
What are you going to do?
That's exactly what I said, Fish. You heard me.
Yeah. I was hoping I was mistaken. As was Cassie.
Whatever. I mean, those of you that play a shit ton of Yagarot, you guys will probably like this skin. At least for me, I just don't care. I want a new Yagarot skin, but I'm not going to sit and shell out a bunch of crystals behind a chest. Or buy it for like a 1200 direct purchase behind a paywall. Sorry. Yeah, bro, the reason why they lock all the good skins behind a chest is because they're greedy.
Oh, no.
High-res is greedy. Why do you think they locked probably the best IO skin we've gotten to date behind the chest?
That's a good...
Which we'll probably be seeing next.
Boy or girl there.
Instead, they gave us a fucking Tyra skin when they should have locked that behind a chest and gave us the IO skin or gave this in the event pass.
So, with that said, we're gonna
I think it would have probably been like the best event pass to date if they would have swapped out the Tyra and they would have gave us the Yagarot instead in the event pass.
Salt skin. Pepper's bestie making it into
your salt
the
aisle.
Indeed.
This looks great. It looks so good. This skin looks so good.
You came here for the Greenwood Music Festival, but yeah, I sometimes can't believe it really happened, but here she is, and she will be available for direct purchase as well as in the Good Vibes chest, which is a new chest coming November 24th.
Show us in game. I want to see it in game, please.
Our Evil Mojo swag as well. Yeah, highly requested, highly popular, well-received community theme that's now getting an accompaniment in the form of salt.
Yeah, and it looks like we are going to take our first look at her in game, and look at that Luna.
Wow, this looks so cool. Why is it locked behind a chest?
So,
oh my gosh.
About any,
this looks
here,
good. Holy fuck, is this looking good.
Definitely want to make sure the community
best
knows
skin
about.
of the entire patch, alongside 100%.
This skin is actually voiced by a streamer that we have.
Yeah, this
fucking high-res. I hate him. I hate you, high-res.
Yeah, we got a lot of auditions, and we selected her. She was very good, so hopefully folks will like that. When we
look at the weapon. That looks so cool.
I love the way Luna looks. I wish it was chonky. I wish it was chonky like Mew Mew, but that's just because chonky animals are the best.
There's so much flavor in this.
Oh, it looks really cool.
I think for me personally, it's always been tough to conceptualize that kind of music theme in game content just from my end. But I think I was pleasantly surprised when I saw how this came together.
Yeah, let's listen to some of her voice lines. Let's hear some Lily. Absolutely adorable.
Wow, the voice pack is even perfect.
Really nails the vibe we're going for.
Like, normally I shit on those type of voice packs, but it sounds perfect for this skin.
And yeah, looks like we
best skin of the entire patch.
Coming, and I know many of you were hoping
for
a mount that, you know, isn't.
It just sucks because it's going to be a 1200 crystal direct buy, or you're going to have to roll a chest with a bunch of garbage inside it for 400 each. Garbage chest. Look at the chest and the patch notes. All the skins are garbage, apart from Rave Mave. The rest of the skins are trash.
Yagarot is in. The Volcanic Islands chest will also be available
every time. We got a new mount. Who cares? A new mount. Who fucking cares?
Look at this boy, Brody.
Different from a lot of our other mount offerings, and again, great flavor here.
I've actually never had shark. I wonder.
I don't know
about the
and why
flavor,
couldn't we get this in the event pass? You know. I would take this in the event pass over a Tyra skin. Why couldn't we have this as a direct unlock instead of a Tyra skin?
I was pretty excited when we had this.
I'd rather have this.
But now I got a shark.
It's more aggressive.
Yeah, and
makes no sense.
One, folks, you might have seen
all the good shit is not in the event pass, but they're giving us a Tyra skin. Oh, here's the recolor, guys. Here's the recolor. You know where you heard it first. You know where you heard it. I was right again. I mean, I guess it was. I just took it from the patch notes, or not, or the data mine, like a couple days ago that was updated. But
in and out during the Absolution update, and you know you'll have to save up. These ones are usually a bit of a grind,
data mine was 100% correct. The updated data mine on Saturday was 100% accurate so far. Everything was been the exact same.
This comes out if you really want to get this skin and get your hands on it. And yeah, I believe that is it for our skins right now.
What is this behind them? Is this a bounty store thing, or is this like an actual recolor they're going to make us pay for?
Just that I am always super hyped about the content, and even though I have a little bit of, like I said, that, you know, thalassophobia, a little bit of the fear of the dark depths, I think our content turned out really well. I love the personality that we got in our voice packs, and as always, and I say this every time, but I mean it every time, our art teams absolutely kill it, always.
Absolutely, fantastic job.
Yeah, and yeah, we're going to take a look in, folks. So one thing coming in the next update is we have partnered with HoloLive, which if you're not familiar with HoloLive,
you gotta be fucking.
They are a company
oh my gosh.
That, you know, brings VTubers, you know, out.
Oh, you mean cringe tubers? So we're partnering with cringe tubers now, huh?
Has played Paladins and was interested with HoloLive with the partnership to do an announcer pack for us. So, in celebration of achieving 1.5 million,
we're partnering with fucking cringe tubers now, huh? We apparently this game has no standards. You don't see Smite doing this. Smite doesn't partner with cringe tubers. Why are we partnering with them?
If you wanted to hear Amelia Watson in your game, this is the
fucking cringe. That's all. VTubers are nothing but fucking cringe. There is not a single good VTuber that is not cringe.
I think we're gonna
That's all it is. It's the 2021 version of anime. Back in the day, like the OG people used to watch anime. Now the people nowadays watch cringe tubers instead of anime. That's what VTubing is.
Epic. Annihilation. Oh baby, a triple kill. Capture point has spawned. Hexakill. Whoa.
I love it. And one of the really amazing things
meanwhile, Smite's over here partnering with Monster Cat. Monster Cat, what? Avatar, Ninja Turtles, and we're over here partnering with cringe tubers. Okay. I mean, it's only just an announcer pack, which that's all it is. It's not like an entire battle pass, but still.
Like voicing a skin, you know, we go through the auditions, and whatever's the best is the one that gets chosen. And it's really great to see some other people, you know, shine. So
I don't know why I'm so mad about it. I don't know. It's just a voice pack, or not an announcer pack. It's not like it's an entire battle, like an entire battle pass.
Big community response on this, because we love to.
I wouldn't put it past them though. Do not be surprised if we get an entire event pass of like certain HoloLive cringe tubers.
what the fish said?
Like, put into game as, like,
So
champion
with that being
skins.
said, folks,
I would not put that past them.
If you haven't already seen it,
hopefully that never
Azzan
happens.
is coming, Azzan the Eternal, and we're gonna take a look again at the reveal trailer for this baddie. Let's go.
I can't actually play this. I can't play this because it'll get me copyrighted, so I have to mute the stream. I was actually gonna do like a short reaction video to this yesterday too, but I was sleeping when they threw this up. I was taking a nap before I had to go back to work, and it was just not even worth making a video on. It's that bad. Worst teaser we've gotten the entire year, even worse than the Vatu teaser. 10 seconds of a new champion, 45-second trailer, and we got 10 seconds of a new champion. Awful.
That's Azzan, you know, first landing.
They go from having really good teasers, like the Sati and the Ray teasers, to having this one.
Many in the comments
quality dipped significantly for some reason. I don't know why. If it was rushed or if they just didn't have enough money or what happened.
Nico got the hammer. But as far as lore goes, we'll kind of break it down here while we take a look at Azzan's default splash art. Nico, take us away.
That's right. I'm going to break it down. Well, Azzan did not hurt when he fell from heaven. He is too tough for that. Azzan the Eternal. One of the oldest Pyre Lords.
All right, we'll see if Azzan's worth the hype. Everybody's hyping the absolute shit out of this guy. I just don't have any hype for him. I really don't.
He's been around for so long, and
I just don't care. Like, show me him in game, and then I'll maybe care. Show me what he does in game, because I don't care for his how he looks. I really don't.
So, the Abyss is now creeping into the realm. Thanks, Corvus. And Azzan is not having that. So it is at the point where he can't take that anymore. He is coming down and saying, look, realm, collective realm, if you don't get your stuff together, I'm going to take care of this darkness.
Keep in mind, guys, too,
if you don't get your stuff together,
his original concept was a Dragonoid human. He was a Dragonoid human concept originally, and they changed it for this. We'll see if it was, they should have just kept him like a Dragonoid human instead of making him a full human champion.
But this man has the power, and he will not let the Abyss have the realm, and if you are in his way, then you will find out what that means.
It's harsh.
Very ominous.
Salvation comes at a cost.
Absolutely.
Be ready to be absolved.
I don't know, show me how he looks in game. Show me how he looks.
We are gonna see the Eternal in game. Let's go take a look. Now, everyone is pretty stoked that this is a front line, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a tank, guys. It is a tank.
Quick rundown.
Yeah,
real
give
fast.
us the breakdown.
And to be clear, that lore that I just spouted,
whether it's a point tank or not, I don't think it is. I think it's more of an off tank again, unfortunately. I don't think he's really much of a point tank.
You want more something more concrete, just to go ahead and look in game. So we have Azzan. He is a front line. His health is sitting at 4,500 at base.
I'll shut up so they can talk.
We'll start by talking about his passive first. He does have a passive called Ire. You can see a bar on the left side of his ability bar screen there. Ire is built on taking or dealing damage. Over the course of 0 to 100% Ire, you gain a passive benefit of 0 to 20%, I believe, right now, damage reduction. So 20% damage reduction at 100% Ire, and 0% damage reduction at 0% Ire. While you are above 85% Ire, the bar will change, and you will gain a passive 12% right now damage increase. Something to keep in mind, using a basic ability above the Ire threshold will augment that ability, giving an additional benefits. And then using any of your basic abilities, which are any abilities that are not his ultimate, consumes Ire, even if you are below the threshold. So if you're sitting at 20% Ire and something costs 20% to use, you can still use it even if you don't have 20%, but regardless, it will take that 20% even if it's not above the threshold. So we can show off a little bit, taking damage, building that Ire.
That's really interesting. It's really interesting. It is.
He's now above the threshold.
I don't know if we have. I don't think we have anything like this in the game as like a passive
above that threshold, he gets that augment.
It's really cool.
We can go right into his weapon. His in hand is called Judgment. We have a throwing hammer. Not going to throw my hammer. He can throw his hammers.
Yeah.
Throw your hammer in an attack chain. Yeah, it is indeed hammer time. I know. I rent.
It's not a melee like everybody thought. It's not no melee. It's a throwable. It's a projectile.
Medium heavy.
A projectile tank.
40 damage on medium hits and 660 on heavy hits. This thing is chunky and has a fantastic VFX. Thank you, Roland, as always.
I think it does way too much damage. He does way too much damage for a tank. That's going to need to be nerfed. That's like Atlas types of damage, but he has to charge his gun fully.
For Judgment, your in hand
that'll be nerfed. He does too much damage.
An area of effect on landing while throwing hammers above threshold. You can see here as Submerge Strixus, our cameraman, showing off that AoE burst. Moving on to our second ability, we have Reckoning. The alt fire. After a brief windup, we send out a projectile that creates a targeter that opens up into a larger area. Enemies hit by this right click. This Reckoning will. Oh, poor Fernando. Stuck.
Look at the Fernando. He's bugged.
He does not want to be here.
Yeah. A live bug on the update show. That's really nice.
The right click will lift enemies up and deal damage to them. Look at that. That will travel along the ground. Can be used in the air if necessary. And we can show off the lift. There we go. The target you see on the ground is where it hits. So if you do not, if you use it too close and don't hit that Fernando and the targeter, then you're not going to get that damage and lift. This is
that's kind of cool.
Bounce house rather than a
that's kind of cool,
by the way. And then the above threshold thing for Reckoning is the cooldown is reduced. The base cooldown is reduced from, I think it's by 3 or 4 seconds. So if you want to spam this, you'll want to
that's
make
pretty
sure
cool.
That you are
we don't have anything in the game like that right now, so.
Moving on to our next ability, we have Sanctuary. Shout out to Kingdom Hearts for that song title.
Yeah,
Sanctuary creates a series.
That's what I thought of.
It wasn't intentional when I named it, but I realized that, and then I started listening to Simple and Clean all day. It was terrible. Well, I was going to say it was terrible, but I loved it all day on repeat. Anyway, Sanctuary creates a series of 5 wall segments in a semicircle around your target, or your targeter, each with their own health pool. And we can show that off briefly. I'm not in here with you.
More deployables. More deployables. I think that's a deployable.
You might have seen Thunderbrush posting.
Either that or it's like an Atlas barrier where it just stands up for like a certain amount of time.
So this is cool because it is a different flavor of wall. So this is a wall, not a shield. So it is not going to be.
So it's like Atlas's shield. It's like a stasis field. You can't affect it with Wrecker or any bulldozer.
So each segment has its own health pool. Each one can die independently. And the cool thing is, and we'll talk about this with the next ability, there's an interaction with his next ability and the wall. The threshold for the threshold benefit for using this ability above the threshold is there is a health multiplier on each segment of the wall. I believe at base it's 25% increase in base health if you use Sanctuary above the IR threshold. Moving on to our next ability, we have Conviction. Azzan dashes forward, carrying up to 1 enemy. Well, up to 1, 0 or 1 if you miss, I suppose. Carrying up to 1 enemy with you. This is not limited to the ground. You can indeed dash straight up if you so desire. And if you happen to slam the enemy into collision, they will feel the pain. You see our cameraman showing off that verticality.
So you can use this as a movement ability or as like a damage ability. This is what you can use it as. It's pretty much what it is if you guys play Overwatch. It's a Reinhardt charge. That's what this is. That does less damage and has less range. But it has vertical mobility, which Reinhardt does not. That's kind of what this is.
with the conviction, and then if you slam an enemy into your own walls, you gain, or rather they take, a longer duration stun and more extra damage. So we see a little bit of a combo starting to form here. Right click, or wall, right click, hammer, dash, all that good stuff. Fernando once more put into the limbo of his life. I believe the stun
I guess you can.
At base
that's kind of
without
cool.
any augmentation is 1
I didn't think of
second
that.
or
Like you can
less,
throw up your
and
own
then
walls,
your
and you
own
can like
walls is, I
bash
think,
people
closer
into your
to
own
2.
walls that you
Obviously,
create.
numbers
That's
change
kind of
during
cool.
BTS,
And it does increase
that's the general
damage if you do
idea.
that.
This ability is used faster if used above the ire threshold. So if it's used above the ire threshold, rather than taking the base amount of time to travel from point A to point B, it takes whatever reduced. I think it was 70% time for it to happen. There you go. Faster. Got to go fast. And now we can take a look at Deliverance, our ultimate ability. Now, something to keep in mind.
Let's look at this alt. Is this alt worth all the fucking hype that I've been seeing? Is it worth all the AOC members hyping the absolute shit out of this champion because of the alt? Let's find out.
We're going to go ahead and rise up into the air for up to 6 seconds, reducing the damage you take for that duration. While in the air, you can fire at the ground to throw your hammer, dealing significant damage and slight knockback. On landing, you deal less damage and significant knockback to provide that 1-2 punch. We're going to see here. Cassie's
it's a fucking Thor alt. That's what this is. It's a Thor alt.
Still being worked on. No problem. You'll see it in PTS.
It's pretty much the same thing as a Thor alt.
The cool thing about this is the contribution of the damage you do with your ultimate to your ire is doubled. So if you have no ire, there are 5 enemies on the point, and you need to get in there right now. You will be ready to go when you land nearly to or above the threshold. And that, I believe, covers... Oh, there's no... And then there is no direct ire threshold benefit for the ultimate. Those are only for the basic abilities. And I believe that covers the base Azzan kit. Did I miss anything, Fish, Rose?
I don't think so, but
if you guys play Smite, Thor has about the same thing. He's able to stay in the air, I think, for up to like 10 seconds before you land down. He does the same thing. It's legit a Thor alt. If you guys play Smite, go check out Thor or like look at some gameplay of his alt. It's pretty much the same thing.
I don't think you missed anything either, but having played
but instead of like just it's just kind of like the Paladins version.
Got the defensiveness with the walls.
Just because both games are different. Like this is a first person and that game's
got some utility for the combo with that knock up and the
a MOBA, so
to, like go help out your team or disrupt the enemy. Very strong. Those weapon attacks, like there's
I don't know. I thought it would look way different. I really did. I thought it was going to be like an absolute, like a fireball. Like you go up into the air, like you're surrounded in fire, and you land like causing an explosion or something. It's not what I expected. It's kind of underwhelming, if I'm being honest. It really is. I expected way more of an alt with how hyped everybody said it was.
Some of the skins here. Let's have you go over just real quick, Fish, some of the talents that Azzan has.
Yeah, 3 talents, 3 twists on his gameplay that you can lean into. The first of them is Persistence. Persistence is a sustain type talent with no real trade-off, just a benefit. If you're landing your basic attacks, your Judgment, then you're going to get reduced. You're going to damage reduction that stacks or that is separate from the passive, and then you're going to have lifesteal with subsequent hits.
This is going to need to be nerfed. I can tell you right now, either his passive or this talent's going to need to be nerfed. Because this stacks on top of his passive. That's going to be broken.
Your walls are going to last a little longer.
Can't wait to go against another tank that can just fucking run at you and then not die like Terminus because they have a bunch of fucking lifesteal.
For Eternal, you're kind of interacting with the passive.
That's broken.
Where you don't have to be constantly hitting and being hit to keep it high. And so you're able to get more of those ire threshold benefits.
Tampering seems like garbage. Tampering is garbage. That you're never going to see that talent. That's garbage. I can just tell, not even playing them, that's garbage.
So a little bit more of a defensive choice, trading the offense to allow you to go ire and ire with the passive.
To new heights.
Ire
sure he's
kinda like that.
On top of his game, am I right?
So yeah, let's hear some voice lines before we get into these skins. Though we gotta hear the man, the myth, the.
I'll shut up so you guys can hear the voice lines.
Talk to us. Speak to us.
How does he sound? Let's find out.
Ultimate is down. Stay here. Very well. Absolutely not.
Well, with that said,
I don't know, kind of underwhelming. I thought he would sound different, I really did. I kind of thought he would sound like Olaron, I really do.
Not on his bad side.
Or like Seer.
This next,
he sounds like way different. He doesn't really fit him, if I'm being honest. I mean, that might just be me. I don't know. Maybe I need to play him.
Is it for me?
Yeah, this is definitely, you know, some fun for our fans out there.
Hello
who,
there.
Cannot take their eyes off of Azzan.
Is it just Azzan or is it hot in here?
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I think it might just be the pyre.
I think this is the recolor for 60,000. I think this is the recolor.
But yeah, this is available with the Season Pass 2021.
Oh, this is the Season Pass recolor. Season Pass. So if you guys have the Season Pass, you guys can get this.
So if you haven't already gotten it, now is the time so you don't miss out on, you know,
yeah, well, that's exactly what he sounds like. He sounds exactly like Pyre Magnus Corvus. That's what he sounds like.
With that being said, we
exactly
also
right.
have, you know, our other variant of the default skin, which I believe for this one they were going for an abyssal kind of.
I wouldn't be surprised if they recycled voice actors for that skin for this. That seems like something they would do.
Gold, and users with the Season Pass 2021 will instantly unlock this skin when Absolution update goes live. And yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I love purple. It's my favorite color, so definitely always love these abyssal themed skins that we've had for certain champions. But also, let's go into, of course, you're going to be able to reach level 50 mastery with Azzan and get yourself a golden Azzan. So
here's the golden skin.
Ooh. I really like the way the feathers kind of.
Let me see it in game. Like the card art just never justifies it. Let me see how it looks in game before I judge. I'm not gonna judge until I see it in game.
But yeah, I think that kind of wraps up Azzan. Kind of crazy we're here, guys, right?
I know, so exciting. I was very excited. I was very excited to share Azzan with everyone. Had a lot of fun working on him throughout the whole iteration process, and I think he's gonna be in a pretty cool state, and it'll be a really cool addition. Not only
and I can tell you right now, they're gonna need to nerf his damage because he does way too much damage for a tank.
There's a lot going on with Azzan.
If they don't nerf his damage before it goes to live, like they're fucking crazy. He does way too much damage for a tank.
It's gonna be a hit. That's right. I got it.
So, yeah, with that, folks, before we wrap up today, we are gonna just go over to some community announcements. If you haven't already seen it, we're gonna show it to you right here. Hyra Showcase is coming back at the beginning of 2022, so let's take a look at this trailer and just tell you about some of the stuff coming up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play this. I get copyrighted, so I gotta turn it off. That the music in the background is copyrighted music for some reason. They played that last stream, and I got a copyright thing on my video, so I don't know. Was it all worth all the hype for Azzan? The fucking Hyuga, fucking all these AOC members saying it's the best champion we've ever had of all time. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say all the hype was not worth. It was overhyped. Azzan was overhyped, if I'm being completely honest. Completely overhyped. Completely overhyped champion.
We had a Bandit
I actually think
Kyra,
Sati was better. I think Sati was better than Azzan, if I'm being honest.
So, and that actually from the Western
or
Battle
Ray.
Pass,
Both of them were good.
Battle Passes was one of my favorite.
I think Ray or Sati were both better than Azzan.
I love seeing the creativity.
At least from what we see.
Not only is this the Paladins reveals are all
no
on
golden skins
6th,
at all.
folks,
Not a single golden skin. There's barely any balance, like I told you guys. Last patch of the year, there's no balance at all. There's 4 balance changes, and that's it. Or 5. 4 or 5 balance changes.
And
half of them are unnecessary balance changes.
Entering the cosplay contest is December 1st. So if you haven't already gotten crafting, make sure to do so. But
watch out though, you gotta beat this this getup I've got going on. So
yeah, I don't
bar's
think
pretty
you'd be
high
allowed
already.
into a convention with that hammer.
Always get in, or otherwise it'd be really tough competition.
It's safety bound. It's fine.
But yeah,
can't wait to see what our fans can do.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're gonna blow us out of the water. Like, let's just be real. Last year was like huge. They're gonna totally do that again. But
they're just talking shit. I don't care what they're saying.
Here, folks. This is our last update show for 2021.
Last patch of the year, guys.
Any final words before
last patch of the year till season 5?
Seeing them again until the beginning of 2022, Nico.
Well, I mean, I think over the course of the year we've really nailed things. I think all jokes aside, I'm actually very excited for 2022. I think we have some really cool stuff in the pipeline, in the works for both the start of the next season, at the start of next year, and for the rest of the year. So
does that include a Pip, Atlas, Cassie, or Willow skin? Probably not. Probably not. It'll probably be another 2 years before they all get skins.
To what's coming next.
Does that include payload? Does that include new siege maps? Probably not.
Echo that. I appreciate our community so much, and thanks for joining us in this.
What it probably does include is a bunch of skins everybody wants, but they're going to be locked behind a paywall like everything else.
Oh yeah.
And then they're going to give us another Khan, another Ceres, another Ying skin, and throw them all into the event pass for everybody.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be 2022.
We'll
Mark my words. Hopefully it's not, but I wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah,
they find me if I make too. They detract money from my salary when I make puns.
He keeps doing
it. This is for you.
He keeps doing it. He keeps taking the hits. But anyways, we do gotta wrap. But folks, it's been our pleasure to show you everything coming in the Absolution update, and we will see you.
Hope you enjoy.
Soon, and see you next time. Bye.
That's it, guys. That's it. That is it. I don't know. Like I said, I miss. Like, I was gonna take a nap for 2 hours. So I gotta go to back work here in like 45 minutes. I gotta go back to work. Was it worth missing 2 hours of a nap for this? I don't know. I mean, stream-wise, like, we had a really good stream. Thank you guys for a really good update show stream. We had, like, I think 23 people here at one point, which is fucking crazy. Thank you guys for a really good, like, stream for this. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for a really great stream. Really appreciate it, though. Had, like I said, like 22, 23 people here at one point when they were going over Azzan and, like, the IO skin. Crazy. Did not expect that many people to be here. I only expect maybe, like, 10 to 12, so. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hopefully the audio was good. I don't know. For at least me, it seemed good on my end. Hopefully it was the same for you guys. The patch notes are up right now, so if you guys want to go check the patch notes out. I will be doing a patch notes breakdown and discussion, and that will be going up later. I gotta go back to work in, like I said, 45 minutes, so don't got time to do it. But, I will not be live later either. I will not be live later, so I'll just have a video up later of the patch notes, and I will not be live until Friday again. So, will not be live later tonight, will not be live tomorrow, but I will be live on Friday again, so. Like I said, just patch notes breakdown, and then tomorrow I'll have some other videos up, some ranked games or something for you guys, so. Yeah, they didn't show her his cards. His cards are in the patch notes. They showed his talents, but they didn't show his cards. They never usually do show cards for some reason. I don't know. Like, I feel like he's gonna be like more of an off tank. Like, he just doesn't really feel like a point tank. He does, for one, he does way too much damage for a tank. I can tell you that. He does way too much damage for a tank. He does way. I mean, this is all. I can't even go back to look. Anyways, it's frozen because they haven't ended yet. So. I got Creeper is gonna be on next. Okay. I feel like he's just another off tank. Like, he has the potential to maybe work as a point tank because of the damage reduction, but like, he does too much damage to be a point tank. Like, he just doesn't justify him playing as a point tank. He's gonna be an off tank again. He's made pretty much to be an off tank. That's kind of what I'm at least seeing. I haven't played him. I haven't seen anybody play him. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But just from what we've seen on the update show, he feels like way more of an off tank than a point tank. Just compared to all the other point tanks we currently have in the game, too. It depends on his cards. Like, I haven't looked at any of his cards or anything either, so I don't know. Like, the skins are great. Like, as far as skins, like, the only bad skin we got this patch was the Tyra skin. The Tyra skin fucking sucks. Apart from that, the rest of the skins are either good or, like, insanely good. The Io skin is insanely good. The Sati skin, those are two of the best skins of the entire patch. The Yagarot skin is okay. It's kind of just average. The Tyra skin was worthless. We didn't need another Tyra skin. That was just a wasted skin slot for somebody else that could have used a skin. I don't know. And then the skins we want, they're all locked behind a chest. The Io skin's locked behind a chest, or a 1200 crystal direct purchase, I'm assuming. The Yagarot skin's a 1200 direct purchase or locked behind a chest. It sucks. I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here though, guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Really great stream. I really appreciate you guys showing up. We had, like I said, insane amount of people here, way more than I expected. So thank you guys for showing up. If anything, the stream was great, so that was worth missing 2 hours of sleep. So, really great stream. I'll have a patch notes breakdown up on the channel later tonight, guys. So, I'm going to take a look at the patch notes, and then I'll go over everything for you guys. And you guys probably look at the patch notes yourself, but if you guys want my opinion or just want to throw me on in the background later when that video goes up and just listen to me talk, that's fine as well. But I should have that up later. Peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later with the patch notes breakdown. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it.